Hi everyone, I hope you're okay. I was just saying that I feel like I've got a really big head and you've got a tiny head. Maybe it's just like where we're sitting. Is that better? Who knows, we're going to just have to roll with it though, won't we?
You have to deal with it.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Stop it. Today we are finally filming a wedding Q&A. Obviously, well, I don't know, you may know, you may not know. We got married 2 weeks ago.
Who knows?
Though when you watch this, it'll probably be 3 weeks ago. But yeah, we got married. So this is like an after wedding Q&A. And you guys have DM'd me some questions on Instagram and we thought we would answer them whilst kind of talking about the wedding because we wanted to do a bit of a
catch up.
A catch up about the wedding and...
Because we were going to do it before, but then there were so many questions we didn't know what to answer.
Yeah, it was hard.
Until we'd done it.
We'd done it because we couldn't really like tell the future, obviously. And we did film one and the lighting was just shocking. So we thought we'd do it again. So yeah, so I've got the DMs here, so...
Slide right in.
Let's just, yeah, get right on with it. So first of all, what was the hardest part of the planning?
I can't even remember the planning now.
It seems such a long time
Although it was
ago.
only 2 weeks ago, it seems like so much further ago.
Yeah, all the planning does, doesn't it?
I'd say the table plan.
What, so like...
As far as organising goes...
Where people were seated?
Yeah.
Or do you mean like the
How many
allergies?
tables?
Yeah.
And then what kind of shape to have them, whether to have long tables, round tables, things like that. And then who to have on what table.
Yes. But I think, yeah, probably you're right. The table plan did take up quite a lot of effort.
Yeah.
And how many times did we do a table plan and then change it?
Yeah, at least twice.
I reckon about 4 times. Like, I do one, and Henry would look at it and be like,
no.
No. And I'd come home from, like, the gym, and you'd be like, I've done a new table plan. And I'd be like, great. Having had the big day, would you have approached the planning process differently?
No.
No, I don't think I would either.
The thing is, the venue we chose had everything we needed, so
Yeah.
a lot of it was taken care of by them.
And we knew that during the planning process. Yeah. That wasn't a surprise.
No.
I think everyone says to you, there's no point getting stressed because everything will be fine on the day. But I think that is a stupid thing to say because for me, that didn't reassure me and that didn't not make me stressed. I think any bride and potentially grooms are going to be stressed and I think it's just part of the process. But I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't go back and say don't be stressed because I think that's a bit unnatural. How did you come up with your theme and was it easy to find your colour scheme? You both looked amazing.
Maybe I should read the questions because... How did you come up with your colour scheme?
Well, I suppose the colour theme and the theme are two different things.
I think the thing is, you decided what flowers you wanted from the offset and that was a big thing. And you want everything to tie in with that really, so it just kind of went from there.
Yeah, like I always, from the get-go we said...
From the get-go?
The get-go, we said black. There was black and pink.
Yeah.
And then later on we added a bit of grey, didn't we?
Yeah.
But I always knew I wanted a bit of pink because obviously I am obsessed with pink.
Frank, don't
bark, Frank. Frank is literally like down here and he's like, he's heard something. You right, Frank? Hey, you right, darling? So yeah, colour theme was, like you said, very easy. How about the actual theme though, like the tables and stuff?
The thing is, the theme we changed about 3 or 4 times, didn't we?
We did.
We didn't want it to be overly themed.
No, that was something we said.
Subtle things.
Because what we did, well, probably should explain a little bit more about our theme in case you don't know.
I'll go get the board.
Have you got the board? So basically, the table...
Say that again. So basically...
So we decided for our table, we didn't want to have like a themed wedding, did we? But we wanted the table plan, the table themes to be based around our favourite TV programmes and films because we watch a lot of TV.
Yeah.
Don't we? So we felt like that resonated.
Not a lot.
But with our favourite things though.
We don't watch a lot of TV, but what we do watch, we watch a lot of.
And we really like it, if that makes sense. So yeah, so our different tables
I've
were...
got a really long neck back here.
So we wanted, the tables to be based around them. So then we had to decide which films and TV programmes to have, and then it was like, how are we going to decorate them? So this was our table plan here, which we'll hold up for you. I don't know if you can see it.
I feel like I'm back in school.
Doing a presentation.
Table A.
I feel like a weather girl, and in the south, no that's not the south, in the north.
North.
So yeah, so we had 8 tables.
Yeah.
And so we've got Gilmore Girls, Guardians of the Galaxy, Gossip Girl, Elf, Riverdale, Mean Girls, Harry Potter and the Mighty Ducks.
Yep.
So...
not going to use it again, are we?
But yeah, we went for our favourite programmes, and then because we wanted to use Funkos, so for the centrepieces, we had Funko pop figures from the TV show and films, so then we had to try and find...
and source them and...
So that was quite complicated. So there were a few things...
especially when you weren't even 100% on it.
No, I wasn't... I was a bit like... is this going to look a bit... naff? Because Henry's always liked the Funko's pops, and he's got like a little tower next to his bed. And when he said about it at first, I was a bit like, this isn't really what I envisioned. But then it was like, well, it's both of our wedding. So we were like, I was just like, we'll go with it.
It was hard for me to show you what I wanted to do until we had it all done.
Together.
Yeah.
So I just had to trust you. This is probably one for me. So yeah, you'll have to ask me it.
How did you... oh.
You're right.
If I could read. How did you deal with anxiety/stress building... oh. How did you deal with anxiety/stress building up to the wedding? P.S. You looked absolutely beautiful in your dress. Oh. Thanks.
Like I said, I did spend quite a lot of the lead up being quite stressed and anxious about the wedding, but the last couple of weeks before I did feel quite chilled about things, because I was like, I can't control everything, and I was like, I'm sure it'll be fine. And like Hayley, my sister, kept saying to me throughout the day, I can't believe how unanxious you are. She was like, I literally can't believe it. You alright? You can sneeze?
No.
You okay? I guess I don't really know what to say about how to try and control it. It'll be okay. That's really rubbish advice,
it'll be alright,
isn't it? Like, it will honestly be fine.
The thing that you said is that on the day, the things that you were stressing about, you didn't even notice.
No, I didn't.
Before we got there, you wanted to go into the orangery.
Yeah.
To make sure all the tables were right and everything, but because of the weather and stuff, people had already been in there and seen stuff, so there was no point in you doing it, and you probably didn't even have time.
No.
To go in and check anyway.
And like, me from a few weeks ago, if you'd have said that to me, I'd have had a meltdown. And there was like other little things that perhaps weren't 100%, but on the day, I literally didn't care. But if you told me that 6 weeks ago,
I wouldn't say you didn't care. I'd say you didn't notice.
I wasn't bothered.
Yeah. There was so much other stuff going on that you didn't even think about the small things that you were occupying your mind with previously.
Yeah, so, and I think also going to the gym really helped me. Yeah. Like, I went to the gym the morning before, and I felt like I went and did a spin class, and that got out quite a lot of my stress.
How emotional did you find the whole experience?
Okay, so I wasn't sure how emotional I'd find it, because I only usually cry when it comes to stuff about dogs. So I wasn't really expecting to be emotional, but seeing other people emotional made me emotional. My most emotional part, which makes no sense, was when I walked down the stairs and my dad, mum, sister, little brother and sister, I think Tash was there as well, were down the bottom, and I looked at my sister Hayley, and I'm not even joking, she was just sobbing. And Hayley doesn't normally cry, she's a bit like me, so I think seeing her like that really just set me off. Excuse me, Frank.
There's
but
no
after that, I was okay. You had a little... Henry had a little moment.
I don't know what happened.
Because you kept saying to me, I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry.
And then my eyes started leaking. That's all I can say. Is it just started leaking out of nowhere?
Because like, I walked down the aisle And like I see like thinking,
I don't think you'd even come in.
Really? Yeah. What was it like? The music?
I don't know.
Hay fever?
Yeah. Lack of sleep from the whole week.
Exhaustion.
Driving the stress of putting everything on the tables that morning.
Just drove me to the edge.
Everyone else crying.
Like there was a lot of crying. Like when I walked down that aisle.
The string trio playing completely totes emotion music.
When I actually got into the room though, I was just excited to see everyone. Yeah. And then I was just excited to see you. And then it was a really lovely service. Like I didn't feel emotional. I just thought, oh, this is really... Nice. I just felt happy. Yeah. Rather than wanting to like cry. So you might be okay. It kind of depends on everyone else. I think everyone else set me off. Yeah. I was like...
Everyone always cries at weddings. What personal touches did you put into your wedding that weren't necessarily traditional?
Maybe like the table plans again? I don't know. Because they're very personal to us.
I think like photos, they weren't very traditional.
No.
Like we had more than I thought we would do traditional photos, if that makes sense.
It's because we've got like a lot of
family.
Family.
I thought we were just going to have maybe a couple, but
yeah.
We were getting quite a few traditional photos. Yeah. I'd say the food was probably the most untraditional thing about it, like having fish and chips in the evening.
And it was very personal to us.
Yeah.
Because like we had burger and chips for the main, which was like our favourite meal. Sticky toffee pudding, which obviously is quite a traditional thing, but it was like our fave. And then like the canapes, we had like cocktail ice lollies. And Pims. And then I suppose the cake, that's not traditional.
Yeah.
Instead of a wedding cake, we had a tower of Krispy Kreme donuts. Because we don't actually like wedding cake, and we're actually very fussy with cake, but we love donuts. And how many times like, over the years have we bought Krispy Kreme donuts?
Yeah.
So it was quite a personal thing.
I mean, it used to be a thing where we all came from work and get some, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Because we walked past the shop, but yeah, it just seemed like we didn't want a normal fruit cake.
No.
And it just seemed like the easiest thing to do would be go a little bit different and go for something like, there's a lot of people who've had cupcakes and those sort of things, and we just thought donuts. Were us.
And yeah, that's probably not very traditional, but everyone loved it.
You seem very far away from me.
Do I? I can't really get much closer because of your leg.
It's not my fault. My legs are the size of...
tree trunks.
Quads from the gods.
Oh. Okay, is that better?
Oh, you darling.
I look like a child.
Would you like it? Would you like a booster seat?
Okay, thank you. Right, next question. Okay.
Yes, finally. How you saved for the wedding, how you budgeted and decided what to spend on what. What to spend on and what to save on.
Okay. So what was it? Budgeting.
How you saved for the wedding.
Yeah.
How you budgeted.
Yeah.
And decided what to spend and what to save on.
Okay, so saving wise, we opened a savings account, and we just were quite committed.
We got a savings account which you put in every month. Yeah. And you got more interest if you continue to put in each month.
Yes, so it was like an incentive to put money in. Budgeting wise, I feel like the budget went completely out the window.
Yeah. I mean, what we did, we had an Excel spreadsheet.
Yes. Henry's very good at Excel spreadsheets.
I excelled myself.
You did excel yourself.
And so we had all the different things that we needed.
Yes.
So, for example, we had the venue, the accommodation at the venue, food at the venue.
Yeah.
And then we had the other suppliers, photographer, videographer, flowers, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And then we just made sure that we knew how much we still had to pay, the dates that we had to pay it.
Yeah.
And going from there.
Yeah. So I would definitely recommend doing that. What did we decide to spend and what did we decide to save on? There is another question actually, which kind of ties into this, which I think is quite a good question. What did you spend the majority of your budget on? Which is kind of...
Yeah.
Same kind of thing.
So the majority went on the food.
Yep.
It's just as simple as that.
And we kind of decided that the food and drink was an important thing to spend a lot of money on. Yeah. Because if you think about it, when you go to a wedding, if you get rubbish food,
You remember it.
You remember it?
And like when we left, everyone was still talking about the food. And that's something which everyone has.
Yeah.
Whereas things like flowers, you know, people notice them, but I don't think they remember them as much, except for the bouquet.
Yeah, because originally I wanted to have peonies on the table. I wanted peonies everywhere, but they're very expensive. So we decided to cut back on stuff like flowers, so that we could spend more on the food. And stuff like decorations, you know, we decided we were going to do a lot of it ourselves rather than, you know, I mean, we did have a company to come and do like the napkins and the cutlery and the ceremony room, but we could have gone
completely
a lot more out.
Oh, yeah.
But we decided to kind of rein it in, and like we decided to have a little bit of a splurge on a string trio.
That was atmosphere, I think.
Yeah, so we decided to have that for the ceremony. And
a little bit after.
And I do think that added.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that we did it, because I do feel like it added to the atmosphere. I feel like it was a really nice touch. And everyone said to me like how great they were.
To recap, save money on flowers.
Yes. And decorations. And
spend money on the
food and drink. Did you do wedding table favours? And if so, what did you do, as currently debating whether to have them?
Yes.
We did debate this.
We've got them, haven't we? Go get one. Go fetch. Here's one I made earlier.
So we debated about having wedding favours because people kept asking us about them, and I was a bit like, oh, do you really need them? I don't think you need them.
A lot of them got left.
A lot of these got left. So what we did was we did them on a budget. These are little pink pillow boxes. I got them off eBay. I think it was about £6 for 100.
Okay. You seem a bit out of breath.
Why am I out of breath?
You only went up and down one flight of stairs.
How ridiculous. Need to up my cardio. Then we filled them with some heart-shaped mints, because I was like, everyone likes a mint. You can't go wrong with a mint.
Especially with the food we were having.
Yeah.
Like, especially in the evening we had fish and chips.
Yeah, I was just like, you can't go wrong with a mint. So we got 1,000 of these heart-shaped mints from eBay for about £7. And then I got these marble foil stickers, which say C&H and the date of the wedding. And I think they were about £5 as well. So it was quite a cheaper alternative.
Oh, they've gone a bit soft now.
Have they? But I tell you what, about half the people left these. So I personally don't think it's really a necessity.
No.
I think if you want to do them, then that's cool, but I think don't be forced into doing them, because I don't know if anyone was really bothered about them, to be honest.
No, I think a few people, like I say, took them, and
it's
nice to have as a memento, but
I think a lot of people just left them. So, I mean, I'm proud of them. I think they looked really nice.
I think the thing is, a lot of people don't want clutter in their houses these days.
No.
Like, it'd be very easy to have loads of stuff just sat around, I guess.
Yeah. But I wouldn't feel the pressure, you know, if you don't want to. What was your favourite part when you were planning your wedding? Maybe the dance lessons.
Yeah.
We decided to have dance lessons for our first dance, and we didn't tell anyone. And that was quite fun, wasn't it? Like doing dance lessons, because we've never danced before, we've never done anything like that before. No. But it was quite nice going to the dance lessons and learning to dance.
Having a little date night each week.
Yeah, it was quite sweet, wasn't it? And it was quite nice it being our secret and like not telling anyone. So yes, that was quite nice. That was one of the more enjoyable parts of planning. I didn't really enjoy a lot of it, to be honest.
It all kind of merges in there, doesn't it?
Yeah. Who is in charge of picking the suits?
Well, it was more suit than suits.
Yeah.
So we got mine from Moss in the end, because they do like a tailor-me service.
Yeah.
So you can have it all designed to what you want, and then you can keep it afterwards as well.
Yeah.
And you can't go wrong with a black suit, can you?
No. So we did decide like on a black suit, and then the kind of the colour theme. But you were quite open to what, if you were going to have like a cravat or a tie or a bow tie. We weren't quite sure.
I just had to try them all on, so I don't exactly go around like Chuck Bass wearing a suit every day. So we went and tried a few different styles on all that sort of stuff, and then went from there.
Yeah, and like you had a grey waistcoat, didn't you?
Yeah.
But like I did try to step back a little bit, because at the end of the day, it's your suit and you should be the one like comfortable wearing it, not me.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'd say like we kind of both had a bit of an input, but it was mainly Henry. And then my question was, when did you get your dress? So I found my dress in last July, but then I didn't order it till September because I had it brought into a local wedding dress shop to me, because when I tried it on in Stoke, which is a little bit of a trek. So I had to wait for it to come into a local shop, which was September. I tried it on, ordered it, and then it came in
February?
End of February time. So that was however many months that was. And then I had to have it altered because it was still too long for me and it was too big on the boobs. So I had to have it altered, and then I picked it up 2 weeks before the wedding, and that was when it was all
done.
Perfect. So yeah, so I'd recommend probably looking about a year before your wedding just to go get some ideas. I kind of started looking properly in the May, so yeah, a year before, and it took me a good couple of months to find the one. How did you decide on your venue? Leamore is actually top of my list at the moment.
Ah. So
we got married.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. We got married at Leamore Manor, which is a venue in Herefordshire.
17th century, I think it's
17th century. Oh, interesting.
I think that's what it said on this thing. I don't know. Could be a lie. Could have just made that up. Who knows?
I found it on a wedding blog because we did look at a few venues close to home, but none of them really ticked the boxes, did they? And it was being renovated when we were looking, and I saw the plans to have this orangery which had a marble floor, and being the typical blogger that I am, I was like, marble
sold.
So we booked to go see it, and we just liked the fact that it was, like Henry said, all in one. So you got married there, you had the meal there, you had the evening there, and then people could stop over. And we just liked that there was a lot of options. So say if the weather was rubbish, which it was in the morning of, no one would be bored. Because there was like a games room. Yeah, there was a games room, cinema room. There was lots of rooms. So it wasn't like everyone was cramped into one place.
Yeah.
But if the weather was lovely, it also had lots of gardens as well. We just liked the fact that it was all there, and of course I got to have my marble floor. What was your favourite part of the day?
Either the party
at
the end, or mingling.
Yeah.
Just seeing people you haven't seen for a while and catching up.
Come here, Frank. Yeah. I feel like there
wasn't enough time though to see everyone. That was a problem.
No. You definitely don't get enough time to talk to everyone, do you?
No.
I don't know, there's a few things that I think the thing that sticks out in my head is when
Playing air hockey without me?
No. When we just done our first dance, which went down very well, luckily, and we got everyone to come up onto the floor of us, and I think it was like the last part of that song, and looking around, and literally the dance floor was just filled with everyone having a really good time and laughing, and I remember just feeling incredibly happy because I was glad the dance was over, because I've been stressing out about that all day. I was a bit worried about it, and I think it was just looking around and seeing like people
having a good time.
Like Henry's mum was running around with a piece of cardboard with a 10, and she kept shouting, "It's a 10 from Len!" And like seeing our parents all dancing, and like my friends Sarah and Sam were like dancing together, and it was just nice. It was just nice, everyone laughing and having fun, and I was just like, oh, this is really nice. And I also really enjoyed the meal, because we were sat with our friends who we don't get to see very often, and it was, like you said, it was just nice seeing people who you don't get to see very often and spending time with them. But it's just hard, like there's so many nice things, like the speeches. Henry's speech was lovely. That was really nice. I don't know, there's just, but yeah, that probably sticks out in my mind as one of the moments that I kind of almost like stood still and was like, this is nice. This is very nice. Okay, final question, and we'll let you go. Where are you going on your honeymoon?
We haven't a clue.
We have no idea. We literally cannot decide, can we?
No.
We were very, very kindly given money for our wedding present, which we are using for our honeymoon, but we just can't decide where to go, can we?
The problem is, the places we want to go are very different.
Yes.
Well, but similar as well, because we think we want to have we want a beach holiday, I think.
Yeah.
A bit of a relaxing
A bit
holiday.
of a chill.
But it's just whether we do the thing at the Indian Ocean or go to somewhere like the Caribbean.
Yeah.
And they're two completely different seasons.
They really are.
And so that would then depend on when we go.
Yeah.
And so it's just kind of battling down our ideas on when to go and where to go.
Yeah.
Which is basically the whole concept, isn't it? But we know what we want to do when we're there.
But we're just trying to, I guess it's finding a location.
Yeah.
And then when we find a location, it's then when's the best time of the year to go.
Yeah.
I guess that's the main thing. But we've just not found anything I feel like special enough yet.
Yeah.
Or like you'll find somewhere and it's absolute fortune. So it's like the best of both worlds, isn't it?
Yeah.
But we're going to keep looking. I'm sure we'll find something really soon. But I think it'll either be the Maldives or Barbados or Jamaica, somewhere like that.
Yeah. Somewhere hot
Perhaps.
with a nice beach.
That's very like luxurious. I want to swim up Broome.
It's flashing very seriously.
It's fine, don't worry. But yeah, I think we will get on it.
Yeah.
But I don't want to rush it. I feel like it's a big thing.
Yeah.
So if anyone has any honeymoon recommendations, please let us know, because we'd be very appreciative. But yeah. Done. So yeah, that's us wedding over. That was quite a...
You're such a mean person.
I'm not.
Such a brute.
That's us weddinged out. We're now...
Done. Waiting for
married.
photos and videos to come in.
Photos and videos. So as soon as they come through, I will be uploading them. So keep your eyes peeled. That's such a weird saying, isn't it? Like, what does that even mean? Like, keep your eyes peeled. Is that like when you're like this? Like you're looking out? Who knows? What a weird saying. But anyways, keep your eyes peeled. Because they will be coming. But we just thought we'd sit down to do...
a Sofa Sunday.
Sofa Sunday. Maybe this could be... Nah, I don't think we should make it a regular thing. I don't really know what else we could talk about. I feel like we're quite boring people. But thanks for all your questions, and thank you for watching. If you did enjoy this video, give it a like and subscribe. And we're going to go.
I just gave you the dirtiest look there.
He did. He was not impressed with that. Like,
I didn't like this video. Dislike from me.
But yeah, we're going to go now. Thank you all so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye!